Welcome back, Achievers. I hope you're ready because today we're diving deeper than ever into Rich Dad's money secrets. Now, if you're serious about changing your financial future, then buckle up because this episode will be twice as packed with actionable insights. I'm not just following these strategies for 30 days, but I'll be discussing how we can extend and apply these principles for long-term success. So, grab your notebooks and let's turn these financial lessons into lasting habits. Let's take a closer look at the Rich Dad's Money Secrets. This book has transformed the lives of thousands, if not millions, across the globe. But today, we're not just scratching the surface. We're going to break down its wisdom piece by piece. By the end of this episode, you'll walk away with not just ideas, but a clear plan on how you can use these concepts, whether you're in high school, just starting your first job, or even if you've been working for years. It's all about building a future you can be proud of. Did you ever wonder why some people seem to just get money while the rest of us are left playing catch-up? The truth is, it's not that they're any smarter or more talented. They just know the rules of the game, and that's what we're going to uncover today. I'll guide you through specific steps, scenarios, and even common mistakes that I myself have made so we can learn together. And hey, here's a little truth for you. How often do you really think about your financial future? And I don't mean in a vague, I hope to be rich one day kind of way. I'm talking concrete steps. Probably not often, right? Well, it's about time we fix that. Let's get real for a minute. Student debt, the lack of financial education, living paycheck to paycheck. These are realities for so many of us, especially young people trying to make sense of the economy. Now, the good news is, you don't have to have it all figured out today. The key to wealth building isn't some mysterious secret that only a few people know. It's something anyone can learn and apply. Let's dive deeper. Here's something interesting. In a study done recently, it was found that most people, no matter how much they earn, feel stressed about money. Isn't that wild? You could be making six figures and still feel like you're drowning. So, the first mindset shift isn't just about earning more, it's about managing what you have better. You'll be surprised at how much mental space this clears up. Think about it. Did you ever hear a baby say, "I'm budgeting my milk expenses this week"? Yeah, me neither. It's clear that none of us were born financial experts. We all have to learn. Now, many of us believe that the key to financial success is simply making more money. And sure, more money helps, but it's not the end-all be-all. What really counts is how much you keep, how well you invest it, and how much you allow it to grow. That's the secret sauce. Let's pause here. You could be earning millions, but if you're spending like there's no tomorrow, you're not going to get ahead. Wealthy individuals have something in common. They know how to make their money work for them. Whether it's real estate, stocks, or even just a solid savings account with compound interest, every dollar they earn is a little worker, building toward a bigger goal. Take a minute to visualize your future. Imagine keeping 10% more of what you earn every month. What would that mean for you? Would you be able to travel more, spend less time worrying about bills, or finally pursue that hobby you've always been passionate about? That's the power of smart financial management. Taking control. Where are we going wrong? Okay, let's get specific about where many of us falter. It's not just about overspending on coffee, although, let's face it, we all do it. But it's about the lack of awareness regarding our own finances. How much are you making? And more importantly, where is it going? If you can't answer that, it's time for a reality check. One common pitfall is the out of sight, out of mind approach. We tend to avoid looking at our bank statements or thinking about our financial health because, well, it's stressful. But the stress doesn't go away when we ignore it. It only gets worse. Imagine if you gave your personal finances the same attention you give your social media feed. Just think about how empowered you'd feel. Is your money like a ninja? You know, here 1 second, gone the next? We've all been there. Maybe it's that sudden craving for a new gadget or those unexpected subscription services you forgot about. It's time to take charge and make sure your money is working for you, not disappearing like smoke. Mindset versus income. The difference between wealthy and broke. Here's one of the most powerful takeaways from Rich Dad. There are people building wealth every day, and they're not making more than you. How is that possible? They're just playing a different game. They've got the mindset, and they've developed smart strategies. Let's extend this. We've all heard of keeping up with the Joneses, right? The constant pressure to spend more because others are. Well, the truly wealthy don't play that game. They focus on long-term gains over short-term pleasures. One small example. Instead of upgrading to the newest car model every few years, they invest that money in appreciating assets. Simple, but powerful. Pause and reflect. So here's a challenge. What's one wealthy habit you could start today? It doesn't have to be huge. Maybe you could cancel one unnecessary subscription, start meal prepping instead of eating out, or commit to saving just $10 a week. These small habits, when compounded, can create massive results over time. Financial education, the real game changer. Now, let's talk about one of the most important pieces of the puzzle, financial education. You can't grow wealth without understanding how money works. And no, watching short social media videos doesn't count as a degree in finance. It's time to go beyond that. Start with the basics. Learn how taxes work, understand how to invest, and get familiar with different types of accounts like 401ks and IRAs. You don't have to master everything overnight, but taking the time to learn the fundamentals will set you up for success. Humorous note. Remember when you thought high school math was tough? Wait until you start trying to figure out investment portfolios. Just kidding, it's not that bad once you get the hang of it. And hey, the reward is worth it. Investing early and often. The snowball effect. One of the biggest lessons from Rich Dad is the idea of investing early and often. Time is your best ally when it comes to building wealth. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound and grow. Extended perspective. You've probably heard of the snowball effect in investing, right? You start small, and over time, that little snowball grows into something massive as it rolls down the hill. The best part? It doesn't take a lot to get started. Even putting away just $50 a month into the right investment can make a huge difference over time. Reflection. So, ask yourself, are you willing to invest in your future today? What's holding you back? Fear of risk? Lack of knowledge? These are valid concerns, but they're also solvable. Start small, build confidence, and watch as your financial future takes shape. Assets versus liabilities. The truth. Here's where many people get tripped up, thinking that things like cars, houses, or fancy gadgets are assets. In reality, most of these are liabilities because they lose value over time. Clarification. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket, not something that drains it. So, instead of focusing on how much stuff you have, start thinking about how much income your assets can generate. That's where true financial freedom begins. That new iPhone might feel like an asset, but unless it's printing money for you, it's probably not paying your bills. Instead, focus on real assets, things like rental properties, stocks, and bonds, things that earn you money while you sleep. This is the key to long-term wealth, and it's something anyone can start building today. Mindset matters. Freedom beyond money. Here's another often overlooked aspect. True wealth isn't just about having more money. It's about having the freedom to live life on your terms. A wealthy mindset isn't solely focused on cash, but on purpose, fulfillment, and freedom. Let's expand on this. It's easy to get caught up in the rat race, thinking that accumulating more money is the ultimate goal. But here's a secret many wealthy individuals understand. Money is just a tool. It's not the destination. It's the vehicle that helps you achieve freedom. Freedom to spend more time with your family, to travel, to pursue passions, or even to give back to your community. Pause for reflection. Close your eyes for a moment. Again, not if you're driving. And imagine what true financial freedom could look like for you. Is it about working fewer hours? Is it starting that dream business? Maybe it's simply about not worrying when bills come in. Whatever it is, this journey isn't just about the dollars, but about designing the life you want. Taking control, simply deeper insight. Think of it like getting in shape. You don't hit the gym for 1 week and suddenly have a six-pack, right? The same applies to money. It's those daily or weekly habits that eventually lead to financial fitness. Whether it's setting aside a small percentage of your income, automating your investments, or even cutting back on unnecessary expenses, it all adds up over time. Just like learning to ride a bike, you may stumble at first. Maybe you'll invest in something that doesn't yield the returns you hope for, or maybe you'll slip up and make an impulsive purchase. But that's part of the process. What matters is getting back up and continuing the journey. So here's what I want you to do today. Start with just one small financial goal. Maybe it's saving $100 this month or cutting out a single luxury item. Whatever it is, commit to it. Small wins lead to big changes. Investing in yourself. The best asset. Before we wrap things up, I want to talk about what I believe is the single greatest investment you can ever make. Investing in yourself. Yes, stocks, real estate, and bonds are important, but none of them matter if you're not constantly improving your most valuable asset, you. Think about it this way. If you learn new skills, enhance your knowledge, and expand your network, you're positioning yourself to create even more wealth. Whether it's learning about personal finance, taking a course in a new field, or even improving your health, these investments in yourself will pay off for the rest of your life. Set aside time every day to read, learn, and grow. Whether it's a podcast, a book, or a class, make learning a daily habit. You'll be surprised how quickly your perspective and your financial situation can change when you're committed to self-improvement. Financial education, a lifelong journey. As we near the end of today's episode, let's revisit the importance of financial education. Remember, wealth building isn't a one-time thing. It's a lifelong journey of learning and growth. Just as technology changes, so do financial markets, investment opportunities, and economic trends. Staying up to date with the latest information is crucial. Make a commitment to continue learning, not just from books, but from mentors, peers, and even your own financial experiences. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, and every success is a chance to refine your strategy. Humorous note. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the one giving financial advice to others. And if anyone ever asks how you became so financially savvy, you can tell them it all started with an episode of a podcast. Final thoughts. Building wealth, building life. So what's the takeaway from all this? It's simple. Building wealth is about more than just making money. It's about developing the right mindset, educating yourself, and consistently making smart financial decisions. The road to financial freedom may be long, but it's one worth traveling. Take a deep breath and think about where you want to be a year from now, financially, personally, professionally. What steps can you take today to start moving in that direction? Whether it's starting that side hustle, investing for the first time, or simply committing to learning more, every little action brings you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. And before we wrap up for real this time, I've got a challenge for you. If any of this resonated with you, take a moment to reflect on your financial goals and then take action. Don't just leave this episode feeling inspired. Go and do something about it. Share this podcast with someone who might need a little financial motivation. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future episodes packed with tips, strategies, and maybe even a few laughs along the way. Let's build wealth together, step by step. Thank you for tuning in to this extended deep dive into Rich Dad's money secrets. Remember, financial freedom isn't just about getting rich. It's about building a solid foundation, staying consistent, and living life on your terms. Until next time, achievers, stay motivated, stay informed, and most importantly, stay wealthy.